Hold on. I'm just going to clean it for you. Don't worry. You don't want to die.
Can I ask you something?
You complain? What happened?
What? No, I'm not making a complaint. Why should I?
Oh, Coercion. I chief of soldiers, and I hear only complain and more complain. Always. Sticky hands, they scare children, horse trample cabbage and eat carrot. This country full of complaining and whining.
I'm not complaining about anything.
That good. You real man.
What's the hold-up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain? God bless. You there, lad! Aren't you here for the requisitioning?
What about it?
I need to requisition supplies for the camp from the locals. Grub for us, fodder for the horses.
Where do you want to get the supplies?
We haven't been to Bohunjovitz in a while. I reckon they can't wait to see us.
Who's coming along?
Me, and they usually send some humans along because people are afraid of them.
That's not much.
And that's why you're coming with me. But don't worry, I already sent a couple of blokes ahead to get everything ready. I reckon they can handle a few peasants.
Won't the people resist?
They will, but fuck all good it'll do them. We'll chase them out of their houses, bring in the cart, and take whatever we can.
And what if something goes wrong?
That'll only happen if we take our eyes off them. Then there might be bloodshed, but usually not ours.
I don't need to hear any more.
I'm glad to hear it, but it's too late now, it's getting dark. Come back tomorrow. The sooner the better. We'll leave before noon, otherwise we'd only be in a rush.
A bit long. I need something to eat.
God grant you health.
Excuse me.
A large beer,
Here, for me.
You're not permitted to be here. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property. You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal with your unruliness in the pillory.
Utter nonsense, all of this. You're keeping me from an important mission. You'll have to answer to the nobility for this.
Oh, I apologize, my lord. I must have made a mistake. Let's just forget about this. God bless.
Greetings to you, friend.
A bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy. Bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy.
Greetings, friend. Who are you?
Güneş.
God bless.
You're not allowed here! That's it! And next time, don't go creeping around where you don't belong!
I'd like to discuss the price.
Huh. Very well.
Satisfied?
That's almost an acceptable price. Almost. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
No stupid mistakes now.
All right.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Well, I'm here. Should we go then?
Let's get going then, so we're back nice and early.
Here we are, youngster.
Hoi charter Kierket! Mindenket!
Kifelé! Mozogsz, te nyomorult! Te is! Kifelé!
Come on, we don't have all day for this! Ne pozorojando così dödas alla kivas od parastal! Shut the fuck up over there! Fucking peasants. This requisitioning's a pain in the arse. Well then, old star. Have you got the supplies for the king, like we agreed? Hmm?
We prepared what we could.
Where did the men I sent in advance run off to? I just hope they're sleeping off the hangover from your friendly welcome.
Your men? Nobody was here.
God fucking damn it! Can't even rely on forward patrols anymore. If I catch them, they'll hang. Kurva! What about the food for us? Flour, cabbage, meat, cheese, eggs, like last time?
We've got everything, just not as much as last time. We gave what we could, but we're living hand to mouth as is.
Then you better pray it's enough. The lad here will check it and load it onto the wagon. Got it?
I understand. Where should I start?
The men will help you out.
None of that. I said the lad would do it. Tell your people to stay where they are so I can see them. We don't want anyone to get hurt, do we?
We definitely don't.
Tell him where to go so we got this over with.
Everyone is standing in front of their cottages. The biggest house in the village belongs to Fowl. Next to him lives Old Man Willow. And across from Willow, above the stream, is Smill's house. And mine is above that. I'll go there with you myself.
You'll stay right here.
Ask my daughter, Sofka. She'll show you where the supplies are prepared.
And what about that fifth house?
Nobody has lived there for years. The whole family died of the plague.
Fine. Now enough talk, peasant. Let's get to it. I want to be finished by nightfall. And you, lad, wait a mo.
What?
Come closer, so I don't have to yell. Now listen close, and remember what I say. I'm bloody well sure these peasant rats hid something somewhere.
Why would they risk it?
Oh, come on. I'd do exactly the same. Nobody wants to go hungry. Don't believe a word those stinking bastards say, and look through those houses of theirs from top to bottom to make sure they don't have something tucked away.
I understand.
They can be glad we're doing this the easy way, for now. If there's not enough food, they'll have me to answer to. So, food on the cart, all valuables and silver straight to me.
What do you want from me?
Haven't we taken too much from you?
The cart's empty. So what are you asking me for? What else do you want from me?
Your help.
You heard your commander. You're supposed to load it up yourself.
That's not what I meant. I'm afraid that if there isn't enough food, the commander will have you killed. I'm sure you've got something tucked aside.
Why should I believe you?
Because I don't want your blood on my hands.
Why don't you tell your commander that? You had your chance.
He would have had me thrashed on the spot. I can help you in secret. If there's enough food, the commander will leave the village alone.
You call that help? Why should I even believe you?
Because my whole family died in Scalise. I don't want that to happen to you as well.
Damn it. May God forgive me. I can't tell you much. If it got out I helped you, the others would never forgive me.
Anything will help. So spit it out.
Look in Smill's cellar and in Fowl's stable.
And what about the last house?
Leave old man Willow out of this, please. His son is hurt, and he's suffered enough already.
Hurt, you say? What happened to him?
I already told you more than I should have. Pack up your supplies and leave well enough alone already. Please.
You haven't told me about your house yet.
I was hoping you'd forget about it. Look behind the house, where the big pile of manure is. That's all I can tell you. Really.
You've helped me plenty already.
I just hope it'll be enough.
We'll see.
I hope it's enough for you.
Look out.
I'm collecting supplies for the king's men. Do you have them ready?
They're here, right next to the door to the cottage.
Very well. There's a little bit here. It won't be enough, though.
I'm sorry.
A locked cellar. I should ask about it. Judging by the hoof prints in the mud, someone leads their cattle to the water this way. The cattle went this way. More cow tracks. These are from a cow too. Cow prints again. More cow tracks. I knew there had to be lying. Two nicely fattened cows. What about that locked cellar?
It's completely empty. Why?
Well, it seems a bit suspicious to me you'd lock up an empty cellar.
It's been locked for years. I lost the key to it.
Well, that's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
It happens. It's a big world out there, and there's no lack of coincidences in it.
That's true. It'd be a shame if you were a victim of some kind of coincidence.
But wait a mo, I just remembered where I lost that key.
Let's hear it.
Well, you see, I dropped it in the bog.
Are you taking the piss?
No, seriously, I swear.
Oh well. At least tell me what you have locked up in the cellar.
Yeah.
Wonderful. This'll make the captain happy.
That's just what I had in mind.
Well, you should be glad. Maybe we won't take as much food from you.
Your supplies. Just as we promised.
MiKeYROG.
What will become of us if they take everything from...
I'm here for the supplies.
When you pass through the gate to the yard, you'll see them on your right.
I hope so. Do you know what I found in the woods? Cattle. It's almost as if those cows were deliberately driven off.
Kurva! How'd you find them?
So you admit it?
Those cows are the last thing I have left. That's all I have in the world. You want to take them from me? But I beg of you, from one Christian to another, couldn't you keep this to yourself? Otherwise it'll be the end of me.
I'm afraid. What if there won't be enough?
We'll see.
Please!
Don't worry. Someday they'll withdraw and things will be better again.
Blessed art thou among women, and
Well, where are your supplies for the king?
Right behind the door, leaning against the wall. Everything's ready to go.
Don't cry, Mom. There was nothing else.
Supplies, ready for the king.
What's the point? We'll die of hunger. Don't worry, Suka. Nothing will happen to you.
Sigismund's army's shields. How did they get here?
There's more of them. Let me in, Suvka. I won't let them take anything else. Don't cry, Mom. There was nothing else I could do.
I won't get anything out of him in this state. Maybe I could do something to help him.
What's the point? We'll die of hunger here. Send them to our hayloft. Wait. So what if they have weapons? There's more of us.
Let's take a look then. I reckon I won't be able to fix you up completely, but maybe at least enough to talk to you. I'll try to take the bandage off for a moment so I can take a look at your wounds. You better pray my hands are steady. Careful. It's sticky with blood.
Ow!
Those are some deep wounds. From a sword. I can take a look at those wounds now. Your wound stinks. I reckon it's infected. It'll have to be cleaned before I dress it again. I'll have to clean the wounds, preferably with some strong spirits, and then re-bandage them. And it's gonna hurt, so I should find something for the pain before that. Let's get to it. First, I'll give you something for the pain. A decoction for the pain. This should make you feel better. Now I'll clean the wound, if I have something to do it with. That should be enough. Now I'll re-bandage your wound.
Ow!
And that's that. That'll have to do. Hopefully I'll get something meaningful out of him now. Hey! Wake up!
It hurts. What happened?
I was hoping you'd tell me. Who roughed you up like this?
Soldiers. I have to... Are you one of them?
Don't worry. I won't hurt you. I just treated you so you wouldn't die here. What soldiers are you talking about?
They came to take everything away from us. Like always. Sigismund's men. We were only defending ourselves.
What happened to you?
I tried to stop them. So they, wouldn't take anything more from us. So they wouldn't come back. So, we sent them away.
Where can I find these soldiers?
I don't know. There was a fight. There's a hayloft nearby. We sent them there. Oh. I should have listened to her.
Get some rest. I won't get anything more out of you now, anyway.
Reject not our pleas in our hour of need, but deliver us from all evil forever.
We'll just have to endure it.
Don't worry, everything will be good again. Father will deal with them.
The helper of Christians who casts out.
What happened to that injured fellow?
He's my son. He was attacked by a group of cutthroats when he was returning from Kuttenberg.
I helped him. I redressed his wounds.
Thanks. Has he woken up yet? And did you speak to him?
He told me everything.
Oh, sweet mother of God. It wasn't his fault. They started everything. It was them two soldiers who came before you. Sofka, my son's sweetheart, caught their eye. They took her aside to... well... you know what soldiers do to girls. Vitek wanted to protect her. So him and a few lads attacked them with pitchforks. They killed them both. But Vitek came out of it worse for wear.
Where can I find that girl?
She's Binyek's daughter. She'll be standing in front of her house, like all the others.
What should I do with you now?
Don't tell anyone. Please. They'll kill us all.
You know what? Forget about it. I don't want anything from you.
Thank you. God will repay you.
About your son.
What about him?
About your son.
What about him?
There was a fight here. This is where those two must have died. That's a lot of blood. But they also could have killed him here.
Hús
As
legyen!
soon as they load up their supplies,
Mit vigyorogsz? Mit vigyorogsz?
Don't overdo it. What are we going to eat?
Come on now, Mother. That's not helping any...
You're supposed to tell me where I can find the supplies for the king.
Where do you think? Right behind the door in the cottage. Everything's ready underneath the window.
Are you Vitek's sweetheart?
I am. What do you want with him?
His father told me he saved you from the king's men when they tried to... You know.
That's true. I don't know what I would have done without him.
What exactly happened there?
These two soldiers came and told me to go with them to the hayloft. Otherwise they'd hurt me. So I went. And then, well, one of them grabbed me. So I couldn't even breathe. I was afraid they'd kill me. But then Vitek attacked them from behind. It was really brave of him.
You're saying he overpowered 2 trained soldiers by himself?
He wasn't alone. As soon as the fight broke out, my father and some other fellas from the village ran up.
Vitek's father told me a different story. He said they found him in that sorry state and carried him home. Stop lying to me, girl.
God help me, it wasn't my fault. I warned them it would end badly, but Vitek didn't listen to a word I said. He was awfully angry, just like everyone here. Then they came once again, after God knows how many times, to take supplies for their camp.
Slow down a little. Let's go over this one thing at a time. Who attacked first?
The fellas from the village. They were trying to lure the soldiers to the hayloft, saying they had the supplies there. But instead of the supplies, there were other men waiting there. And they pounced on the soldiers.
Did the soldiers do anything to you?
Not them two. No. But the other ones before them almost let us die of hunger. And these would have done the same.
What about Vitek's injury?
They did that to him after, in the fight.
Why did he do it?
Because we're desperate. We feed Sigismund's entire army and have nothing to eat ourselves. What can we live on?
Does this really resolve anything, though? Whose idea was it?
Vitek's. I tried to talk him out of it, and his father did too. But there was no getting through to him.
What did you do with the soldiers?
We buried them in the forest behind the village, just a short way away from the place where it happened.
I don't need to hear any more.
My God. What'll happen to us?
Now it's up to me if I tell anybody about it.
Why does Pa always have to deal with them?
Because he's the only man in the village who doesn't think only of himself.
I just hope he won't have to pay for it.
The good Lord wouldn't allow that. Pa is too kind of a man for that.
God's truth, Sofka. That's my point. He's too kind.
Oh, I apologize. Come on now, Mother. That's not helping.
That still isn't enough.
Everything will turn out well, Mother. Don't worry.
Leave something for us.
Kuss legyen!
Supplies. There's not much here.
Be quiet
over there!
Isn't that enough?
I found a few barrels of beer in one of your people's cellar. I doubt you'll miss that.
No, we won't. And Smill will deal with it. He's a good man.
Besides the beer, I found some cows in the forest behind the village.
I told Fowl it wasn't worth hiding them, that you'd still find them.
Do you mind if we take them?
If it means you'll leave more for everyone else, I'm sure nobody will mind. Only Fowl will be pissed off, but that miser deserves it.
Haven't we taken too much from you?
Aye, but we can still handle it.
Father will deal with them.
Oh, blessed Virgin, you great and glorious patroness of the Holy Church.
I spoke to your son's sweetheart, Sovka. She told me the truth.
Why don't you leave her alone? As if that poor thing hasn't suffered enough.
Enough already. I know you lied to me. Your son attacked the soldiers, and not the other way around.
But he wouldn't listen to reason. He's stubborn, just like me. Please, try to understand. People here are beside themselves with fear. They're hungry and desperate. Normally, he wouldn't have done it. But he wanted to defend the village, so we wouldn't all starve to death. Please, don't tell your commander. He'd kill us all.
Good. I'll think about it.
Please, have mercy.
About your son.
What about him?
Kuss legyen! Mit bámul.
Plague pits. This doesn't look like a corpse. I wonder what's inside. Hidden supplies. I found a few barrels of beer.
Lady Luck's on our side today, lad. That should shut those lads back at camp up. Keep going. Maybe you'll find some other treasures, and we won't have to take so much food from the villagers.
That has to be everything.
I found 2 cows hidden in the forest.
Well, well! The lads back at camp would kill for some fresh meat. Meat's worth more than anything else these paupers prepared for us. Finally, something other than cabbage to eat. I'll send one of those horse fuckers for it. You keep looking.
Don't overdo it. What are we going to eat?
I found some valuables.
Hand them over.
Here you go.
Great! Maybe you'll find some more, so we don't leave here empty-handed.
I checked all the supplies they prepared for us.
And did you load everything onto the cart?
Aye. It's all loaded up.
Is that all you found?
Yes. That's all.
Never mind. This'll be enough for us for a few days. And then we'll go somewhere else where we haven't eaten up their supplies yet.
Are you satisfied?
You were lucky this time, peasant.
I'm glad to hear it. But don't bother coming here next time. We've got nothing left, and we'll likely starve to death.
Are you trying to make me cry? If nothing else, I'll come back to piss on your grave. Form up! We're heading back to camp. Home sweet home.
That's for sure.
It's not much, but at least folks don't look at you like you're a murderer here. Anyway, good work, lad. Here's your pay. Besides that, here's a bit on top as a share of the profit.
What profit?
All they want back at camp is a certain amount of grub. Anything else we can sell on the side. You found it, I sold it. We go half and half.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Teaches us. Priests wallow in gold, while their falsehoods and indulgences condemn all Christendom to eternal torture. They cannot be for sale. But what do they say?
Christ, what's the hold up?